Congratulations, class of 2021. It's my honor to present this year's Faculty of the Year awardees. The Faculty of the Year are selected based on nominations from students in their classes. These two faculty are examples of fantastic teaching and student engagement, and the experiences that they've had in the classroom with their students are memorable for years to come. It's my privilege first to introduce Doug Friedman as our full-time Faculty of the Year for the 2020-2021 academic year. Doug came to CCC in 2005 and has been a faculty member here ever since, teaching in the field of microbiology. Doug discovered in graduate school that he really loved teaching the world of microscopic organisms. His focus is on creating an environment where students can build their own understanding of microbiology. His favorite moments are when students discover big ideas and make them their own. Two examples of this are Doug's capstone projects that he uses in his microbiology classes, where he invites students to illustrate or to demonstrate their understanding of microorganisms in their own creative way, whether that be through word, through poetry, through art, or through any other kind of medium. This has resulted in some fantastic learning experiences and some great moments between Doug and his students. Another example is one that I'm personally familiar with, of watching Doug with his collection of soft, plush microorganisms that he pulls out at the annual science nights, a hit for all who attend. Please join me in congratulating Doug Friedman as the full-time Faculty of the Year for 2020-21. Congratulations, Doug.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland. Congratulations, class of 2021.
It's now my privilege to introduce Jeff Roth as our outstanding part-time Faculty of the Year. Jeff came to CCC 4 years ago as a member of our art faculty. He describes art as a conversation between the artist and the world, and he aims student paintbrushes and pencils in that direction. Jeff knew that he wanted to teach college as he worked toward a master's in fine arts degree. His favorite moments as a teacher are the aha moments in a student as he works to inspire a new generation of visual magicians. You will also see Jeff helping to set up student art displays in the Commons at the Lone Tree campus and in other locations. Furthermore, you'll notice his tremendous work that he has coordinated with his students in the wall murals found at the Lone Tree campus and in the art courtyard that depicts the geology of the Grand Canyon. Keep an eye out for future murals to come as Jeff works with his students. Again, please join me in congratulating Jeff Roth as part-time Faculty of the Year. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland, and thank you, students, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Next, I would like to introduce Tony Williams, the Dean of Student Affairs at Coconino Community College.
Good morning, graduating comets. Before I introduce today's graduate address speakers, I wanted to take a moment to congratulate our graduates. Job well done. At CCC, one of our guiding principles is to act and respond with integrity and resilience. If there was ever a graduating class that exemplified this principle to the highest possible levels, it's today's graduates. Congratulations. Now, without further ado, being chosen as the graduate address speaker is one of the highest honors a graduate can achieve and carries tremendous responsibility. It is not often we have such incredible nominations as we did this year. So it is with great pleasure that I introduce the two speakers chosen to address the class of 2021. Our first speaker, Margarita or Maggie Heel, was born in San Andreas Island, Colombia. After graduating from high school, Maggie and her mother moved to Flagstaff in search of a better life. As part of her transition to a new country where she didn't speak the native language, Maggie enrolled in CCC's English as a Second Language program in 2016. And this was so successful that she moved on to an associate's degree program in the fall of 2017. After completing her associate's degree in December of 2020, Maggie made the transition to Northern Arizona University and is currently in her junior year in the Early Childhood Education Special Education program. Please welcome Margarita Gil, Class of 2021 Graduate Address Speaker.
Hi everyone, my name is Margarita Gil. I'm humble and honored to share my story with all of you today. 5 years ago, my mother and I moved to Flagstaff from the beautiful country of Colombia with a lot of expectations and a hope of a better future. The need to learn English brought me to Coconino Community College in summer 2016 to join English as a Second Language or ESL classes. At first, I didn't quite understand the importance of learning another language. On the contrary, I had a hard time adjusting to the idea of embracing Flagstaff and the United States as my second home. However, I soon started to hear comments from my teacher highlighting how helpful and outgoing I was with my classmates at the ESL program. That positive reinforcement changed my attitude, and I knew that by learning another language, I would be able to help people who were in more difficult situations than I was. Many hours of classes and a wonderful community of supporters helped me to succeed. Barely a year passed before I started to notice my ability to speak and understand English was pretty good. I wasn't the only one who noticed it. My teacher and my family noticed it as well, especially my parents, who are one of my biggest supporters. They all suggested it was time for me to transition from ESL classes and begin my journey to seek an associate's degree at CCC. I was frightened about the idea of pursuing a degree in higher education in a second language. But life has always brought me special people. They advised me to take it slow and just go with the flow. My fears were no bigger than my dreams, and I successfully completed my associate's degree in winter of 2020. Now, I'm working hard on getting my bachelor's degree in early childhood education with an emphasis on special education at Northern Arizona University. I'm hopeful to graduate in 2023. On this journey in this new country, this second home of mine, I have learned many lessons. There will always be tough and stressful situations, but there will always be someone or something that gets you back on track. They will remind you that everything has a meaning and a purpose, and that in the end, everything will be worth it. My hope for all of you is that you don't center your goals on your inner self, but go beyond and redirect them to your family, your community, and the world, because they will need you. Remember, too, that resilience and determination are the keys to success. My journey would not have been possible without the support of my teachers, my family, and my friends. I want to thank CCC for allowing me to share my story with all of you today. I'll treasure it forever. Congratulations, graduates!
Thank you, Maggie. Our second student address speaker is Vanessa Holbrook. Vanessa is an Arizona native who was born in Tucson, grew up in Holbrook, and eventually made her way to Flagstaff. Her educational journey was a little longer than most and included stops at various colleges and a massage therapy certification along the way. In 2019, she returned to CCC and will complete an associate's degree in business marketing today. Being a good role model for her 4 children is the most important thing to Vanessa, and she hopes that her experience will inspire a love of education in her children. Please welcome Vanessa Holbrook, your 2021 commencement speaker.
Hello, graduating class of 2021. My name is Vanessa Holbrook, and I will tell you a bit about my path I have walked and the stories that fill my book of life. I was born to a wonderful family and was raised in Holbrook, a small town that just happens to have the same name. This made it harder to be under the radar. Growing up, my life was filled with so many great memories, but life was not always easy. After high school, I managed to walk through some dark and difficult stories that are painful but have helped make me who I am. I am a domestic violence survivor, have lived in shelters and in my car. And finally, after 20 years, I have come back to where it all started, right here in Flagstaff, where I will be receiving my associate's degree here at CCC. I'm a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. I made president's and provost list. I have helped my fellow students any way I could. I am a single mom of 4 wonderful children, all of whom I could not be prouder. I work harder every day to make sure my path from here on out will be filled with life lessons and stories, not only for me, but for my children, who look me in the face every day for guidance. Although the coronavirus has created challenges that we never thought possible, it has been a blessing at the same time. I have taught my daughter to be a better student by the example that I set of how to be a student that goes the extra mile. My son has learned that grades are important, even though he is not quite convinced college is for him. I have 2 more years to change his mind. Last but not least, I have a 4-year-old that lights up the room and keenly watches everything I do. My parents both worked for CCC, and this is where my educational journey started more than 20 years ago. I came into a very fortunate situation to be able to pursue my education, to move forward in life, as well as create a better life for me and my children. I have an amazing support system and could not have done it without them. Being a single mom, I have gone through many added challenges, but also rewards too. My favorite memory is when my son said, "Mom, move your computer and put down your phone." He ran up to me and gave me the biggest hug and kisses. I was let go from a job that didn't serve me, and I was originally going to school for nursing, but changed my major after I realized that wasn't the path for me. I focused on the positives to keep moving forward. I was doing what I needed to do. I have been able to spend a lot of quality time with my kids at home. They might not see it that way, but this is my story. I thank my parents, Paul and Debbie Holbrook, for being the rocks in my life that I could lean on. I thank CC Mitchell for being a constant support in my journey, before this journey, and seeing me through this too. I thank my friend Michelle and Anna, who get to hear the stories of my book unfolding. I thank the amazing people at CFSS who organize special times to help with my kids so I can study or take exams. I thank the staff of 4 Directions who gave me a mental break when I needed it the most. I thank the teachers who have been put in my path because none of this would be possible without you. I am Vanessa Holbrook. I am walking my path and adding stories to my book. This achievement gets me further on that path, and my hope is that you all make it successfully along your path. Fill your own books with stories to know who you are.